Have you ever wondered what keeps the lights on? It's not just the power plants and transmission lines. In today's hyper-connected world, a silent, invisible battle is being fought every second to protect our power grid from cyber attacks. A successful attack could mean widespread blackouts, economic chaos, and a complete disruption of our daily lives. So, how do we defend this critical infrastructure? Let's dive into the fascinating world of grid cybersecurity. First, let's understand the threat. Modern power grids are no longer just physical networks of wires and transformers. They are complex cyber-physical systems, managed by sophisticated software and connected to the internet. This connectivity, while enabling incredible efficiency and control, also opens the door to malicious actors. Hackers, whether state-sponsored groups, criminal organizations, or rogue individuals, see the power grid as a high-value target. Their motives can range from espionage and extortion to causing widespread panic and destabilization. We've seen real-world examples like the attacks in Ukraine that left hundreds of thousands without power, proving this isn't science fiction. It's a present-day reality. So how do we fight back? The core strategy is called defense in depth. Think of it like a medieval castle. You don't just rely on a single outer wall. You have a moat, a drawbridge, high stone walls, watchtowers, and armored guards inside. Each layer provides a barrier. If an attacker breaches one, they immediately face another. In grid security, this means layering different security controls. We have physical security for substations, firewalls for networks, encryption for data, and strict access controls for personnel. No single security measure is foolproof, but by combining them, we create a resilient system that is much harder to compromise. A key component of this layered defense is network segmentation. Imagine your home network. You probably have your computers, phones, and smart TV all on the same Wi-Fi. Now imagine if a hacker got into your smart toaster. If your network isn't segmented, they could potentially use that toaster as a launching point to attack your personal computer. In a power grid, the stakes are infinitely higher. So we segment the network. The corporate IT network, where people check email and browse the web, is kept completely separate from the operational technology, or OT network. This OT network is the one that actually controls the physical equipment, the breakers, switches, and generators. By creating this air gap, or highly controlled digital boundary between them, we ensure that a phishing attack on an office computer can't directly be used to shut down a power plant. It's a fundamental but incredibly effective way to contain threats. But what about the communication happening within the OT network itself? This is where international standards become crucial. One of the most important is IEC 622-351. This standard is all about securing the specific communication protocols used in the power industry. Think of it as a specialized, encrypted language that all the grid components use to talk to each other. IEC 62351 provides a framework for things like authentication, ensuring a device is who it says it is, and data integrity, which guarantees that a command sent to a circuit breaker hasn't been altered in transit. Before standards like this, a lot of this operational communication was sent in the clear, meaning anyone who could tap into the network could read it and even inject false commands. Implementing IEC 62351 is like giving our grid's nervous system a secret codebook and a security detail. Now let's talk about a more modern and powerful security philosophy that's gaining traction: zero trust. The old model of cybersecurity was trust but verify. It assumed that anything inside the network perimeter was safe and trustworthy. This is like thinking that once someone is inside the castle walls, they can be trusted to go anywhere. But what if the attacker is already inside? Or what if a trusted employee makes a mistake? The zero trust model flips this on its head. Its motto is never trust, always verify. It assumes that threats can exist both outside and inside the network. Under a zero trust architecture, every single request for access, no matter where it comes from, must be rigorously authenticated and authorized. It doesn't matter if you're an engineer trying to access a control system from the control room next door, or from a remote laptop. You must prove who you are. and that you have the specific permission for that specific action every single time. This granular level of control dramatically reduces the attack surface and limits an attacker's ability to move laterally through the network if they do manage to breach an initial defense. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, we have the human element. You can have the most advanced firewalls and the strongest encryption in the world, but all it takes is one person clicking on a malicious link to undermine it all. This is why continuous training and fostering a strong security culture are non-negotiable. Grid operators, engineers, and even administrative staff are the frontline defenders. They need to be trained to recognize phishing emails, to practice good password hygiene, and to understand the critical role they play in the overall security posture. They are our human firewalls. This also involves red team and blue team exercises, where a red team of ethical hackers tries to break into the system, and the blue team defends it. These realistic drills test not only the technology, but also the people and processes, identifying weaknesses before a real attacker can exploit them. It's about building muscle memory for incident response. So, to recap, securing our modern power grid is a complex, multifaceted challenge. It's a constant arms race against determined adversaries. We rely on a defense-in-depth strategy, creating multiple layers of security. We use network segmentation to isolate critical control systems from less secure corporate networks. We implement robust standards like IEC 62351 to encrypt and secure operational communications. We are moving towards a zero-trust architecture, where no user or device is trusted by default. And most critically, we invest in our people, turning them into a vigilant human sensor network. The battle to keep the lights on is one you might never see, but it's happening around the clock. The engineers, analysts, and operators working in this field are unsung heroes, applying cutting-edge technology and unwavering vigilance to protect one of society's most essential services. The next time you flip a switch, take a moment to appreciate the incredible invisible shield that keeps our world powered and safe. Thanks for watching, and if you found this topic interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the technology that shapes our world. Stay curious.